in one of the far rooms there where food and drinks will be served until about 8:15 tonight. So if you wanted to stay and join us, that would be lovely. Right, moving on. Our community-sponsored area is on the agenda now. Employees as an asset is our next topic, and to talk about that is Prashanth Menon, the Director of Operations for Pizza Express UAE. Please give Prashanth a round of applause.
Wow, good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to be on stage and talk about one of the best topics that I always like to talk is about employees. Employees and asset is something which we all know. And some of us in our business look employees as a liability in our balance sheet. But I'm here today to talk about what our business did and how we came out of that strategy 5 years back. So when our business was coming into acquisition, we had a plan of going to a transformation or igniting our entire brand across the whole portfolio. So as part of the transformation strategy, we always looked at our P&L, our business plans, and we all put a lot of weightage and thoughts into that. How do we increase our EBITDA? How do we increase our CapEx model? What do we need to do in terms of maintenance, X, Y, Z? That's when we went back and did a whole 360 survey of our entire teams within our business, right from the CEOs to the rank and file staffs across the team, across 300 employees at that time. And what we realized at that time is we all felt that things that we were doing in terms of HR, following practices, following SOPs and strategies was just there. But we also realized at that point of time, 5 years back, our employee turnover was sitting at 30%. The industry's average was at 24. But yes, we were all doing the right things. We had the right people in the right place. But where was the biggest gap that we were missing? We came back and we understood that if we have to be in this business, we need to give unique service, right? And if you need to do this unique service and ignite this brand again to customers, where does this unique service happen in our business? We realized that it happens where the customer and the employee meets. And when they meet, we have something which is called as a value zone. And more the value zone, you're going to have more customers and indirectly returns to profit. So from a business point of view, are we spending right time to understand, to create that value zone for employees? We changed our whole selves and said that right from the top management, from the CEOs to the management, we need to change this way that we look at employees. We will put our extra energy, strategies to understand what employees' needs are. But don't get me wrong, I'm not telling employees' needs would be a wish of Christmas list and you want to tick that box. No. Things that we can do different and ensure that employees stay with you for a lifetime. And that was the objective. And we decided a strategy that employee comes first and customers come second. So in this, what we did was we opened up the communication. We changed the personality of the employees. We said you can wear your personalities in your restaurant. We empowered the managers to go back and listen to your employees. We changed the KPIs of the managers rather than more of result-driven. We wanted to be more of a people person. So we started to weight the managers where we weighted the managers more on people and their performance. And you wouldn't believe during the transformation, we also realized that the whole journey of an employee, right from an onboarding process to the time that he's going to spend and the time he's going to leave, we call something in our business called as the fine points. And those are the fine points are something like, for example, if an employee is joining the business, you welcome them, you give them a welcome kit, you give them an offer letter. But something else that we can do, we heard it from the employees, a small piece of cake to welcome them, giving that feel of warmth. And during the whole journey, yes, we all have SOPs and training manuals, which we share and we follow. What else can we do? So we said, no, we are going to have a process and system where continuous learning and development is going to be part of the employee stage. So that means we will ensure that irrespective of the stage of where he is, we will have a learning and development program continuously throughout the employee's career within our group. So here we started to develop leaders. And today we have pretty much most of our restaurants, we don't have managers we hired from outside. Everybody grew within the system. So you try to establish that this organization is trying to develop that ecosystem where we are trying to create a value for employees. And 4 years back, we got the Great Place to Work, We were among the hotels and leaders in this business in the UAE. When we were there for the awards, we were the only restaurant group to be getting that reward. And that's purely because of what we did in a change of how we're looking at it. Today, we all talked about technology. We'll invest in marketing. We invest in AI tools. I'm thinking like if you could shift the same energy of employees, believe me, these guys will be the foundation of your business. And they would start to become your ambassadors, and they're going to promote your brand. We all know for the fact. But the reality is, at times as leaders and stakeholders, we always step back. That's a fact. And we have done this in our business case as well. And today, guys, I'm not telling you, but we believe that the moment you take care of your employees, they're going to be our brand ambassadors. And today, our employee turnover is sitting at 12%. And with 300 employees in our business, we have a 20-year-old company. Probably 60% of employees are more than 7 years. And more than 50 years is close to around 30%. So that's where I'm saying that new business owners or people in this industry, we also need to understand people's minds are changing. The employees' minds are also changing, correct? Especially the millennials, and we're talking about the X generation. I don't know whether they would be interested in taking up jobs like waiting jobs, front of the house or the back of the house. So I think we as leaders, if we can go back to our restaurants and create our restaurants to be as a training ground to nurture leadership, the future is going to be brilliant, and it's going to be much more easier to have talent. But at the moment, we are lacking on it. We are at the back. So my urge is for all of you across this place is go back, wow your employees, and let's build leaders for the future in this community and save the hospitality jobs. Thank you very much. I think my presentation was short. Okay, any questions? Thank you.
Trying to steal my clicker there, Prashanth. Thank you very much. Right, okay, thank you, Prashanth. It's a great speech, and of course, on time as well. Well done, sir. Right, our